this morning. It is 7:25. It has been a hidden jewel in Haliburton, but this week it's welcoming athletes and fans from across the Americas. The Minden Wildwater Preserve is hosting the canoe-kayak slalom event at the Pan Am Games. No matter the outcome, history will be made. This is the first time the event, which is already at the Olympics, is being contested at the Pan Am Games. Claudia Van Wijk is the venue announcer. She's a 10-time Canadian champ and grew up in the water. Her parents started the first school for this sport in Barry's Bay and had a role in creating the Minden facility. Claudia joins us on the phone now. Good morning.
Good morning, Wei.
So describe the Wildwater Preserve for us, the setting, the course itself.
It's an incredible natural setting, which is rare nowadays on the competitive circuit. It connects two lakes, and so it's a short section of the Gull River, and it drops quite steeply, making for dynamic whitewater and beautiful photography. It's a place to watch, especially this weekend, because we've got the Pan Am Games coming.
Yeah, it's a gorgeous setting. Now, I know you've been on this course many times, including with the Pan Am torch itself. What's it like?
Very fast water, which is unique to Ontario. Our water is slower because we don't have the mountains, and this is quick water because it drops quickly, and lots of eddies, which means there are obstacles that block the water, and behind the obstacles are calm waters. So for kayakers and canoeists, this is a dream river where you go eddy hopping and crash through waves and surf waves across to the next eddy. So very technical, fast, and powerful in a short section.
Oh, I'd be white-knuckling it the whole way. What is its history? How did it get created?
Well, the history goes back to the glacial days, so it's thanks to 10 million years ago that it exists, but it was only discovered in 1969 when there was a drought in Ontario and there were no places to train for the World Championships. Our Canadian team, one person had a cottage in the area of Minden and came across this frothing whitewater in a drought. And it's because they were feeding the Trent Canal system with water from Gull Lake. And so it runs when everywhere else is dry to help keep water in the Trent Canal. So the team went and trained and did well at the 69 World Championships in Italy, and then came back and saw that river left, there was land for sale. So the community of whitewater paddlers got together and purchased the land, and now that is the Minden Wildwater Preserve.
You know, since this sport is so Canadian, Claudia, is it safe to assume we are heavily favored this weekend?
Yes, very much so. We have lots of good whitewater in Canada, which makes it a popular recreation, but also we have a very strong team. Ben Hayward in kayak men, Jasmine Den Hollander in the women category in kayak, and then in canoe, it'll be the very first time that we have canoe and single as Haley Daniels representing Canada, and Cam Smedley in the men's category.
That Canadian singles, that's called the Canadian, right?
It is called the Canadian. You know, the world looks at Canada as the inventor of the canoe, and even in the Olympics, they call the sport single and double Canadian.
Briefly, Claudia, what do you think this means for the Haliburton area to host this event?
Very special for Haliburton and Minden is the world is watching, and it is an unknown gem of a cottage destination, beautiful lakes and rivers, and gorgeous maple forest, and of course the Canadian Shield. So I think there will be tourism explosion with people not realizing how beautiful this area is and still wilderness.
Claudia, thanks very much for taking the time this morning. Enjoy this weekend.
And I hope you will too. Come watch us, I think on hashtag TO 2015.
Former Canadian champ Claudia Van Wijk will be venue announcer at the Canoe Kayak Slalom at the Minden Wildwater Preserve in Haliburton. CBC is official broadcaster of the Pan Am Games. You can follow them, cbc.ca/Pan Am. This is Ontario Morning.